Howdy folks, it is Diecastbuffet here again. Welcome back to NASCAR Thunder 2004. It is time for New Hampshire, fellas. We are going to the first of two races at the Lobster Track on New England 300. This track's actually been pretty good for us as of recently. So we're going to see how that one shakes out. We got our second dose of Pocono, which if you look back, Kevin Harvick got it. I think we got second in that race. And then it's time for the Brickyard 400. So some interesting events coming up on the schedule. A horrible race at Chicagoland, 25th. We'll get a big rivalry. We're going to need to settle probably here at New Hampshire. So if we need a caution, we know where to get it. 250 points out. In terms of mathematical, or I say realistic championship eliminations, let's see. Yeah, McMurray and Ricky Craven were in it. That's when they were within 800 points. You got to be within 800 points. So we're going to eliminate like 4 drivers almost. Jeremy Mayfield is on the bubble. That's actually interesting. 2023. That's so weird to see that in this game. That's so weird. Look at that. 1988, 1995. I like it with the points lined up as the years. But anyways, 13 drivers are left. And let's go see what's going on in the shop. So the sponsors are probably PO'd after that horrible run. Let's go ahead and get our Talladega car fixed up. Let's just go ahead and get it fixed. Get our Talladega car ready. Gotta get that thing fixed. And we'll get that taken care of. We're at 199 million, so we could I don't know. We could probably have a 4-car cup team if we really wanted to. But if you know this playthrough, we don't do upgrades on the shop editions. We got our car where we want, so it's just enough to be competitive. It's not enough to be OP, and that's exactly how I like it. All right, so we're going to what I consider a short track. I'm going to run the short track setup. Why not? The only other time we'll have to run it is obviously Bristol and then probably Watkins Glen. So if we can get through this track without destroying it, we'll be okay. Car rating of 82, same as the door number. Let's go. Alrighty, folks, so we were a second faster, just about 9/10 if you want to get technical. And we got the pole. So this is going to be fun. Let's go to Lobster Country.
Joe Moore and Barney Hall welcoming you to Loudon, home of the New Hampshire International Speedway, for today's New England 300. What can you tell us about Loudon?
This is a tough track for a lot of drivers. These long straights allow the cars to build up a lot of speed before some hard braking going into the flat corners.
The McDonald's car will try to use this race to gain a couple spots in the points.
I had a chance to talk to him this morning, and he's looking forward to this race. He feels they have a very strong car that can pick up some more points this week. We'll keep an eye on him.
Randy Norton is towards the bottom of the points list this season.
And how frustrating that must be. You're working just as hard as everyone else, yet you just can't seem to finish well on race days to gain the valuable points you need. These guys need a good finish just to regain their confidence as a team.
Brian Vickers has not had the finishes he's hoped for in the past couple races.
I believe they got a good chance to turn their luck around right here. These guys have been working extra hard this week, and I think it just may pay off for them in the end.
Alrighty, folks, here we go from New Hampshire. I got the beautiful Tony Stewart alternate paint scheme, because why wouldn't you want to run the car that has like Thanksgiving pumpkins and Halloween stuff on it in the middle of the summer, but that's besides the point. I'm kidding. Anyways, we're on the pole. The 57 car hates us. If we need a quick caution, I'm going to dump him for one, so that's always good. We actually have a mulligan to get a free caution because he crashed into us like 4 times last week, so we can do that. But anyways, what's going to happen here at New Hampshire, guys, and I'll try to explain it quickly, is we're going to probably be good for the first 5 laps. But the way we have to race here at New Hampshire, we actually have to shift. So that's going to make things really interesting. We actually have to shift this entire race, and the reason why is because the AI are just so much faster than you at this track. So we're going to shift. You'll hear a lot of clacking on my controller. And it's going to get difficult because I'm having to constantly shift every single corner. So it's like a next-gen car. Every single lap, every single corner, downshift, upshift, downshift, upshift. I've tried racing here without the shifting, and believe me, it's almost impossible to be competitive here against the legendary AI. Now, sure, if you have maxed out equipment, you could probably lap the field in 10 laps, but that's besides the point. And another thing is that once the tires are gone, it's almost impossible to hold on to the car because you're shifting, you're turning the left analog left and right constantly, gas pedal, throttle, and oh, by the way, you still have to shift. And if you miss just one tiny shift, your engine goes boom boom. So, yeah, New Hampshire is it's probably the most difficult track in the playthrough because you're having to be so much on top of it. It's not just gas and throttle control. It's just, I mean, you can hear the clacking of the buttons. That's just how it is. So we got our lap sled bonus. We got the first lap sled. I don't think we'll be able to get the most lap sled, though, because as our tires wear, the guys in the back of the pack are going to really start creeping up, and they're going to take control. We have won here, though, before, which is weird, because this was our absolute worst track in the entire game, statistically. And then we end up winning, like, 2 out of the 3 races a couple years ago or last season. I mean, it's crazy. And it's all because of the shifting. Learning how, the AI, I don't know exactly if they do shift or not, but they have a gear ratio that's very forgiving and allows them to be able to go hard into the corner and then quickly accelerate out of the corner. I imagine if there was some way of looking at the AI's throttle trace, they probably do shift. Could be mistaken on that, but that's just the only way I can personally competitively race at this track. Alright, so 7 laps. I forgot to put the map menu up there. Our tires are... Ooh, not second gear. Oh, gosh. I almost blew up. This is what I'm talking about. It's like... It just gets more and more of a handful. And look at Harvick. Already on our back bumper. Our tires are slipping. We're all over the racetrack. Oh boy, this is about to get a very physical portion of the race because we're gonna have to start door slamming. Oh no, Harvick, no! If you can time it perfectly, the amount of speed you can get off the corner with the shifting it's insane. It is insane how much speed you can get off the corner. Because the idea, for the newer fan out there that might not understand shifting in race cars and stuff, the idea is you want to bring third gear all the way up to 9,000, 10,000 RPMs, and then click it into 4. If you wait too long, you blow up, and if you shift too early, you lose all your speed. So there's a perfect threshold you want to hit. And then once you get back down the corner, you drop it down to 3, because anytime you press the gas in third gear, it's much faster than pressing it in third gear. I know it sounds complicated, but if you're new to, race cars and stuff, and, you're a younger fan, you'll probably won't know that. If you do, then you're doing better than I did, because it took me like 20 years to learn this stuff. It took me like 20 years to learn, oh, this does this, and that does that. As our tires are really wearing here, guys. I mean, look at that, all 4 yellow. And what's bad is that the AI will pit early. Meaning they're going to have even worse tires at the end of this race. You cannot pit early at New Hampshire. At least I can't. Because the tires are going to be so scorched. It's insane. Anyways, we've actually surprisingly led 11 laps. About to be 12. So we're like 80% chance of getting the most laps led bonus, which is 5 bonus points that no one else can get unless they match it, which most likely they won't. There'll probably be 3 different leaders during the pit sequence, and that would leave them with only, well, I don't know, what, 17 laps, give or take. Maybe less, maybe more. Not the greatest at math, but my point is that it wouldn't even give them a mathematical chance. Oh my goodness. You take someone who barely knows how to, or I say barely, but doesn't do well at racing on video games, and then you tell them to shift, and then you give them horribly loose tires. Yeah, it is a recipe for disaster, and that's exactly what I am right now. The idea is you want to get to lap 15 at least. At least, which we're almost there. Oh, we just botched that horribly. No, Newman. Guys are already pitting. Fuel tank's almost empty, so we're going to have to watch that. Come on, just one more lap led. The idea is you want to pit as late as possible so you have the best tire wear at the end of the race, but that's the problem. Is that you got to survive to get there. I mean, you can hear the clacking of the buttons. That's how many times I have to press the gas pedal and the throttle during the middle of the corner. And then also my shift buttons are RB and, no, is it R? Yeah, R1 and L1. Thinking of Xbox. We're going to have to pit here. So, someone's going to get the race lead, and that's fine. Alright, I'm going to leave the car how it is. I feel pretty good about it. Knock on wood, hope and pray to God we get a good pit stop, fellas. How are y'all doing out there? Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you like to see content like this. I would get me a swig of water, but I'm out of water right now. So that's great. So we're battling attrition. I'm kidding. Oh, boy. Come on, team. We got to get a great pit stop. I've noticed that our estimated pit times are usually, for the better part of like a season or so, it's been like 16.7. And now it's like 16 flat. Great job, pit crew. Oh, we got to shift. See? That's how quickly it can happen. You just forget to shift and you can grenade the engine. But when we learned the pit crew happiness, that made the biggest difference in the world. Because now, guess what? They're actually performing like their overall. And that's given us a second on pit road every time, which is like, in NASCAR racing, that's like the nuclear option. It is that powerful. 1 second on pit road is worth probably 10 spots on the racetrack. Like, that's how powerful that is. Alright, so we're 16th here. We're probably not going to win this race. I'd be shocked if we do, because they're just faster than us. But the true goal for today is the top 5. I mean, we led the most laps, so we got that locked up. Just about. I just don't want to have a DNF. I don't want to have a DNF. I don't want a top 20 finish. I just want to get on pit road. I don't want a caution. I don't want a Mickey Mouse caution. Just get me through this pit sequence on the lead lap within the race leaders. And I just realized some of those actually stayed out longer. So that makes me bear another question. And I don't know the true evidence of this, but it makes me wonder, when you shift in this game, using third gear and getting more acceleration, you're getting more speed out of the car. So would that mean you're using more fuel? You see what I'm saying? If you're shifting, pushing your car speed much further than it would be with the automatic transmission that the AI provides for you, you're probably burning more fuel. At least I would assume. I could be mistaken. So my point is that we had to pit at that moment. We could have ran out in the back straightaway because it said fuel tank almost empty. I've had that pop up and you have a full lap of gas. I've had it where you don't even have half a lap of gas. It's better to just, abandon ship and pit immediately when you see that, because you have one lap at the most. Maybe even less, because each track is different in size, so their calculations could be a little bit wavered. But my point is that, I don't know. That might be the reason why they could stay out an extra 2 laps. Either they were saving, or their gear ratio and their gear adjustments and shifting times is giving them better fuel mileage. Ours is just for maximum speed because our car sucks so badly we have to. But either way, we got a race leader, and he's on the whole other side of the racetrack right now. Jimmy Johnson is for position, but I think he's on old tires. He either pitted extremely early, and he's going to be on, scorched earth on the last 4 laps of this race, or he has got a Smoky Unique extra gas tank installed in that Lowe's Monte Carlo, because there is absolutely no way we could go 23 green flag laps on 1 tank of petrol. And yes, it is Smoky Unique strategy. There's absolutely no way Jimmy Johnson only has 1 tank of gas on board. There's absolutely no way. When they were doing the anthem on pit road, they were probably filling up the extra gas tank when no one was looking. That's what it is. That's the secret. And oh, by the way, when he pits, he's going to slow down so much we could borderline run him over. So here's for the battle for the race win here, guys. Dale Jr., Tony Stewart, and Ryan Newman. Can we hold off Earnhardt and company to win here at New Hampshire? And oh, by the way, let's throw in some tire wear, because their tires are going to be better than ours because they pitted late. So it just adds even more to this concoction known as New Hampshire. Maybe Jimmy Johnson pitted early and got track position. Maybe he actually is good on fuel. Hey, if he wins it, I'm cool with that. He's not mathematically a championship favorite, so I'm okay with that. I don't want to push this car and blow up the engine. I mean, if Dale Jr. gets by me, so be it. It's just not meant to be today. We led the most laps. I would love to win this race, but truth be told, if we can't win it, it's okay. It's okay. This is a track that it has burned us in the past. Truth be told, I just want to get out of this track with a decent finish. You can see our tires are worn. If we overdrive this thing, we could easily get a DNF. I think this is the time where you have to start thinking Winston Cup Championship and not lobsters in victory lane. Whoa, Stewart. Yeah, I'm just going to let him go. I don't have the car to compete with him right now. I'm fighting old tires. Yeah, this is a live to fight another day. And if Jimmy Johnson wins, that helps everyone because he's not a championship favorite this year. We got a Stanley Steamer. It's going to be Jeff Green in the DEI #1. Our tires are just gone. Our tires are gone. There's absolutely no way we could even just check into a top 2. So I'm going to block, do what I got to do to try to keep a top 5. Oh, I forgot to shift there. That explains why I was so slow. I'm hoping Jimmy Johnson can hold off Stewart on this final lap and a half. I don't think he's going to, though. I think Johnson's mincemeat at this point. Yeah, Stewart's already there. That's fresh tires. So that tells me Jimmy Johnson pitted early, and that enabled him to get track position. But who knows? Maybe the lap down cars will burn Stewart. I don't think so. I think he's already clear. So Tony Stewart's gonna most likely win this race. That's okay. It happens. I just want a top 5. It's all I want. It's all I want. Oh no, Harvick. Heck no. Dang it, he got me. I was trying to use that 3rd gear at the end to see if I could drag race him. And see, our fuel tank was almost empty. That's crazy. Like, we were getting such bad fuel mileage there. Wow. So, Jimmy Johnson tries the strategy. Couldn't get it done. But for us, man, top 3. We didn't get put in the catch fence by the 57 car. I'd say it's a good day at the track, and also a maximum points day opportunity. I will take it. So we get the same amount of points as Kevin Harvick, and Jimmy Johnson so close. His pitch strategy almost paid dividends. It's gonna again, Jeff Burton top 10. I'm telling you guys, Jeff Burton is having a career year at Roush. I don't think he's had this good of a season at Roush since 2001 in this playthrough. He just came alive. Even the Yates camp with the 38 car, I don't know what they've been doing for the better part of a decade, but the 38 car is actually doing something. Even the lone Evernham car of Jeremy Mayfield, a great run right there. Let's look through the field. Ben Baldwin, possibly a career best. And at the bottom of the barrel should be, yep, good old Jeff Green, unfortunately. That's all for now, fellas. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And for all your diecast shopping needs, make sure you use that promo code DIECASTbuffet, same as YouTube username. There's no space in between. Use that code at checkout at Circle B Diecasts, and you can save on shipping for any orders, $30 more. Don't have to use it, but if you do, that'd be great. Anyways, fellas, we're on to the Pocono. Let's see how that one shakes out. Thank y'all so much for watching. God bless. Tony Stewart wins it at the Lobster 300. Diecast Buffet. Signing off.